following presentation of the National Football League.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week. Set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks. But I'll guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him learn from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. Going to have those kind of outings in year one. But the big question, what does he take away from them, and how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw now, Dart. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Now Dart. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
For a Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scalaboo. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
And the Giants 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he will have a Giants 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Giants 1st down.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up
Throwing his dart. Now they go screen. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 41 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal.
Giants 1st down.
On the the ground. Here comes Tracy. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
On the run is Tracy.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, nice move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagle.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 3rd and 9 here.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. Pass is caught by Rondale Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
Here's Tracy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tracy. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Dart. This is caught by Robinson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves it with 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing, dart. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
That's complete to Slayton. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. Second down, here's Barkley again. Oh, look at the juke. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
On the tackle. A 2-yard gain
on 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it with the option running. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Tracy. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Right back to Tracy. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
On for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was brought down by Zach Warren. No gain on the play.
Here's Dart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
It's 4th down and goal.
Here's Dart. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton from 3 yards out. And the Giants take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and he saw it there.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things, and look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. They'll start with a run by Tracy. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1 yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. Throw out wide is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Throwing is Hurts. Quick slant, Dotson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough it, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play. Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 18 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Hurts completing this one quickly. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
New York Giants.
In motion left, Robinson.
40-yard line.
On first down, Tracy. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A play fake, and now it's Dart.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll keep it on the ground. Tracy. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
3rd down, here's Tracy.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Giants. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. They run the counter. Tracy. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Tracy trying the right side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. But officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Tracy. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, actually, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Had an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Eagles.
6 blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Here's Barkley. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. And
A first down carry for Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
26-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
They'll go again with Tracy. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. 3rd and 5.
by Sidney Brown.
From the gun, Dart. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, you can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call?
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, well, they would have been better served. Just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
To throw now, Dart. He finds Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. That's another.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
That's good for the Giants. First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That's another Giants first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Brings up third and goal.
Dart will throw it on third and goal. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jackson Dart with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And and out come the Eagles.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards.
They'll set up to throw. And it is caught. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
First down, Eagles.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We ain't got no power.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10, Philadelphia.
Get your money down. Get your money down. On all of us. On my people down.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Powerful running. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will tie us at 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
On the stop. A gain of 4.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 8. And the Giants first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now 3rd and 5.
To throw his dart.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll start out here with the option left. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 7-yard pickup.
Barkley inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's a give to Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go and start with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 27 yards. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Eagles.
A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The juke. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Dart. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And this one incomplete. Too much
gets contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Third down and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. We're in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 41 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or two short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. They'll try and sneak it here. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 20.
Here's Dart. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Throwing, Dart.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it.
That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The visitors' offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more.
The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurts going to keep it running right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A 3-yard pickup.
Hand off to Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
13 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turn. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Shipley.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Will Shipley.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And New York set to take the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing his dart.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Now Dart. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. On play action, here's Dart.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss